Hi. Okay, so for my first video assignment, number one, I did Bad Boys, and it was made in 1995. The two actors that were in it were Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. The actors' names are in the movie are Mike and Marcus. And I chose this movie because it's one of my all-time favorites, and I also figured that I would be able to find a lot of constitutional laws being broken because it is a movie and it's more of a comedy, and in movies, technically, when it comes to policing, things just, they're not true. So I figured this would be a good way to find a lot of things wrong with the movie and apply them to what I learned in class. So I picked three scenes out of the movies that I thought were either constitutional or not constitutional. And the first one is when they were getting held at gunpoint in the beginning of the movie by two guys. They end up getting them on the ground and away from their guns and arresting them. But when they arrested them, they did not read them their Miranda rights, which is totally fine, and that does not go against the constitutional laws because they can arrest them without reading them their rights, but if they just can't use any of that information while arresting them in court because they did not read their rights. Also, the second one is when this is going against constitutional laws. It's when they went to go question a witness or someone who might have an idea of what happened to the drugs. They show up at this guy's house and they knock on the door and he does not answer. So instead of coming back with a search warrant or waiting for another time to meet up with him, they just break an entry and they just go inside anyway. This is going against the Fourth Amendment. It's an unreasonable search and seizure, so like they had no reason to go in and they still went in anyway. So that's going against the Fourth Amendment. The second one is when they showed up, they had gotten a tip where they figured that someone was in danger or someone was going to be getting killed at this address. So one of the guys, Mike, he shows up and all the power had been cut to the house. The door was open. And so he went in and called for backup because he had the sense that there was harm or a crime or someone was in danger that was going to be committed. So he went inside, called for backup, and that does not go against the Fourth Amendment because he had the probable cause to, he had the sense that somebody was in danger, and so that means he'd be doing the right thing, which means it's okay to enter if you think someone's either hurt, in trouble, or someone is being harmed. So those are my three that I picked for Bad Boys the movie, and that's all I have.